Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 583. Well, this one basically, it's like these ones are quite weird for these episodes. So, in 11, basically it's like, oh, let's have everybody play tag the whole episode. Yes, tag. Because the world all about tag. 12 is basically Snail World, where everything is all nice and slow, though this one does have the debut of Battle Caesar. Stacy's personal robo. Yes. I believe, I think it was, I don't think it was 11 made his debut. Oh yeah, 11 was his debut. Yes, and in 13 it does show up one of its moves, and get this, one of its moves is to throw two things at a monster, where, get this, it's similar to Battlecross, the Battlecross Robo. The Battlefield Robo, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, it's named after Battlefield Robo, and basically it's like, it's a modified version of that. Which, excuse me. Also, like in the case of the original Robo, it's one piece. Yeah, I thought it was really cool, the fact that it debuts here. Doesn't do much, per se. Though we do get a chance to see Gekkeiger and Goseiger can be used. Goseiger, this was really cool for this one, where they actually brought the actual morpher from Goseiger to have a little win moment here. I thought that was really cool. For Gekkeiger, it's just doing some martial arts. Because, you know, martial arts one. I'm like, okay, interesting. Also, we have debut of Zenkaiger's Zox's spaceship, which becomes basically two-step mecha. Christ Kai O, which is the two brothers just riding one riding a crocodile around a shark, and the one with the first one, that's where basically where Arjo Kaudra is with his sister. I thought that was really cool. So 12 was like the full debut of this thing. So they tease it in episode 11, the Battle Caesar, of course they show up here, and everything is nice and slow, and it's a very interesting method with this one. So this one does use the Turbo Ranger, which, yeah, and it's pointed out by Sod Channel. Like, I do remember, like, even I don't remember ever Turbo Ranger ever doing this, where they had super speed as part of their gimmick, which, that is not something they would do. I think this is something that Dentiman did, but not in the case of Turbo Ranger. Yeah, this was really weird. So, basically the super speed thing, that was actually something the Zenkaiger did. And I guess that whoever basically wrote this episode that comes to Turbo Ranger Power, they must have put off of that and said, well, what they did in the original show itself. Yeah, and this also was, 12 was the first time that Zenkaiger and the Zenkaiger all transformed together. Which I thought was really cool we had that here. 13 is basically like, oh, it's recycled. Plus, we have Return of Seven Monsters. We do have used Zenkaiger, which basically, this is like, oh, we have humans turn into recycled colloids. So, the Towers like, oh, Zenkaiger gets the cop one. So let's just slap the cuffs on him for some weird reason. And Goanger just uses the powers of Go-On Wings. Yeah, and they pretty much bring back several of the early monsters. Basically, monsters they've already defeated, which was Mushroom, which was the first one defeated. Mushroom, Ice, Sushi. It was Mushroom, Ice, Sushi. I don't remember which one was it. It was also Boxing. Yeah, they brought all these back. And then, of course, this is one that shows up the Battlecross ability, which this is really cool. And also the fact that for Shurikenger, which of course Ricky can transform into that. Yeah, we get a chance to hear a remix of the Shuriken Ninja theme. Actually, it's the other one. Yeah, well, we also had the remix of the O Ranger theme, which I thought was really cool. And the whole thing of like recycle Sentai Great Warriors who only appear in this one episode. So it's like, yeah, the monster defeated episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5, and basically all come together. Yeah, this is a nod to villains and the themes. The Flowery Kunoichi team from Kaka Ranger, Basso Sentai Zuka Ranger from Car Ranger, Jaden Sentai Niranger from Magic Ranger, and the Zamates from Kyroger. So, interesting, we have a nod from that. Yeah, and also the fact this episode uses stock footage for episodes 3 through 5. I guess because we have these monsters here, why not? Oh yeah, and these are recycled world. The Pacific all been freed already. And the episode ends on a cliffhanger, which is interesting. Which means we're going to basically have an action between Battle Caesar and our mechas. We had the Ranger mechas here. Which we'll look forward to that. Now, after the next 3 episodes, I will put the thing on pause, and then basically, after we do Witch Adler, I will start Comrade Wizard, okay? So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to comment, subscribe, to notifications. Next up is Witch Hat Adler. Okay, next video. Bye.